athletic training students. Welcome to your culminating experience, your board certification prep course. At this point in time in the semester or in the school year, your AT faculty are kind of conflicted. We're excited about the potential of you leaving us and transitioning to practice, and yet at the same time, it's like sending your kids out into the world, right? We're going to miss you. So we hope that you come back and visit us. A lot of you say you will, but most of you don't. So make sure you come back and you visit us. But I get the distinct privilege of kind of leading your board of certification prep course. And so we talked about this the first July you started the program, where we said one of the goals of the program is not only to equip you with clinical skills, not only to maybe ensure that you have content knowledge that can be transferred over into the ways that you treat and evaluate and refer your patients. But I think part of the goal of the program is also to make sure that you successfully pass the board of certification examination so that you can actually practice as a certified athletic trainer, if that's what you want to do when you leave our program. You know, the mission and the vision of the College of Health Sciences is to kind of train up these exceptional healthcare practitioners who then go out into the world and serve their patients, right? And do so in a unique and distinct way, maybe even with, like, dare I say, like a Christian lens or something, huh? So we're really excited about this. And yet I want to say to you right off the bat that this isn't about how much effort I'm going to put into this class. It's about the effort and the commitment that you are willing to kind of give as we move through the next 15 weeks, right? What I have found is that effort is positively correlated to success on the exam, such that if you put in the effort and you put in the work, which may not be easy for some, then typically the outcome is you pass the exam. But I've also seen students who are like, whatever, I'm going to pass the exam, or I'm just going to take it. If I fail it, I'm okay. So there's little effort given. And then what I've seen most of the time, the result is they don't pass the exam, maybe even after multiple attempts. So I'm here to encourage a strong work ethic and to say that if you commit to this process, then the output will only benefit you, the athletic training student. So without further ado, you are looking at the what's called AT Study Buddy platform. And so this class will be a little bit different in that most of our content, most of the learning that we've done within the last year and a half, 2 years of this program has been mainly through our campus courses, right? Like, we really haven't kind of redirected you to an external clinical site or external website. But in this particular course, we're actually going to do that. So we have invested in this software for board exam prep for each of the students enrolled in your cohort. And so I will build in assignments within Canvas, which will require you to upload what are called completion certificates, maybe even quiz scores. There may be a few reflections along the way, particularly when you score lower than a 70% on any type of quiz or exam that is integrated within AT Study Buddy. But for the most part, most of the work that you will do will be here in this particular platform. So it will become important for you to learn how to utilize the platform, kind of learn how to navigate to certain tabs so that you can be successful. And then I'm going to say, remember, it's all about commitment. I'm here as much as you want to utilize me. So I actually have a student account so that you all can see what the student side looks like versus the faculty side. So when you log into your AT Study Buddy account, which eventually you'll be getting an email from AT Study Buddy, which will invite you to join our class. When you log in, the first thing that will take you to is what is called your account dashboard, or My Account. And the My Account landing page is extremely important because it allows you to see progress on your topic areas, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do in this class for week 1 is we're actually going to complete the Getting Started module, which is really just describes what is AT Study Buddy, how do you as a student maximize AT Study Buddy to be successful on your exam. And so you'll watch that maybe 4 to 7 minute video, and that will be the first week piece of cake. Create your account, watch the Getting Started module. So this tab here, like I said, shows you progress, right? So you can see in certain cases I finished the module, in other cases I've started it, just so you can see what that looks like. but I only have 1% complete, right? I have 55 more steps to complete until I can earn my certificate, right? Where I want us mostly to live is going to be in our BOC Prep tab. So when you click there, there are two views. My preference is the list view, but if you like the grid view, you can click on grid and it will place placards there for you. So you can pick and choose which view works best for you. My preference is the list view, so I'm going back there. Now, there are 13 BOC Prep modules, essentially. I wish that we could tackle them in the order that they are listed, but we will not. So in each of the weekly modules in Canvas, it will always tell you every week which BOC Prep module we are attacking that week. So please make sure you're paying attention to the order or the sequence within the Canvas course, not the sequence in AT Study Buddy. Okay, so you're going to complete that Getting Started module by clicking on the Getting Started module. And then this has a strike through because I've completed it. But if you click here, it will open up and a video will load, and then you will start to play that video. Right?
Welcome to AT Study Buddy. This will be an overview.
Okay, I will spare you in this introduction video, but as you walk through this, as you watch this, one thing that I recommend is having another screen open with AT Study Buddy so that you can do the clicking and move into the different areas that Allison is going to talk about in the actual video itself. So once you've completed that and watched the video in its entirety, you'll get a little check mark and a strike through, and it will say completed, as you can kind of see there. So I'll move back to the BOC Prep area. What I've done is try to think through this, and hey, I've been wrong before, okay? Right? It's true. But I think I've built out the modules in a way that each of the BOC Prep content modules, the information is building off of one another. Okay, so the first BOC Prep module that we're actually going to start with is going to be medical terminology, right? Because I truly believe that if we have an understanding of the prefixes, suffixes, and definitions of terms, then you'll be successful throughout each of the other modules that we will also tackle. The next component that we're actually going to tackle is critical incident management, which is basic life support, caring for patients with acute pathologies, right? So you'll do that next, and then we'll move into equipment, bracing, and taping, and then we'll just keep going from there. Our largest module by far is our anatomy module, and so we'll do that fourth. It's 21 modules. It's heavy in content, but the reality is a lot of this you will probably know just because it's anatomy, but it's a really good review for the next module that we'll go into, which is going to be injury evaluation. That will cover both your lower and your upper extremity orthopedic courses. So you can see kind of how each of these kind of BOC Prep content areas is building off of one another. So I want to say it again to you very clear. Please don't go in the order of the AT Buddy outline. Please always refer to the Canvas course in regards to where you're actually studying for that particular week. One of the things that I think sold me on this software were the number of full exams that were available to you as the student. So I'm going to build those in to the Canvas course. In other words, let you know when you're supposed to take full exam 1, 2, 3 through 7. But in between doing those, I'm also going to build in some of these mini exams or domain specific exams, which will give you insight into content areas that you are weak in. So all that to say, I'm excited. I think as long as we continue to communicate with each other, that each of us will be successful in preparing you for your board of certification examination. So I am really, truly looking forward to our time together over this semester.